Absolutely.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And absolutely not. I am a mother of 5, and if I can get my ass in the gym and snatch this waist, I'm gonna need you to match it. That's why I married this big fine thing back here. I snatched him right up on him. I said, yeah, I'm not gonna even give a chance to nobody else. I'm gonna snatch this up right there.
If my top set isn't your warm up, we can't date. It's just, what do you mean? If I can outlift you, that's like not attractive to me. I like to feel protected, and I don't want to seem like the threat. You need to be the threat. So yeah, if you don't work out, it's a no for me.
Me too. So our starting bench is 250. If I can bench 250, you need to be able to bench 250. Easy. Because if we're outside and something pops off, don't look at me. So I have to, again, feeling protected.
Okay. So this isn't necessarily about a weight thing. You said drop set. You said 225.
I said 250.
You just want to feel protected, like a man can handle himself.
Absolutely.
So it's not necessarily about the weight, because we don't want to get things misconstrued. You don't have to lift 225, right? Or yes.
I really said 250, but sure.
250. Okay.
You don't have to be this, but I have this now. So.
Yes, you do have to be that, or you wouldn't have kept it.
Yeah. Well, no, he has a great heart. The body is just extra, but he's a dope ass person. That ain't what I fell in love with. That was what caught my eye, but that's not what I fell in love with for sure. He's a dope man. I'm blessed.
I appreciate it.
But I think she makes a good point. It's about health and longevity.
Health.
You're the youngest of the crew. Okay.
Yes.
So we're grown.
Yeah.
So
I need you to be able to run around with these grandkids with me.
Right.
I need you to be able to like, hey baby, I'm about to go take a jog. You can jog with me. You ain't back here dying. I just need you to be healthy. I want us to have a long life together. So that's where I'm at.
Quality of life in the back half of life, and having something in common, something you can do together as well. So if I'm in the gym multiple days a week and you do nothing, and it might be different. Maybe you're a runner. I won't be running with you, but maybe you're a runner.
Because I don't want to explain to you I'm in the gym for 3 hours. I want you to already understand what that is. Right. Versus you thinking I'm out here trying to get attention. I don't even see nobody. I only see y'all because I know y'all. If there was a crime in here, I couldn't tell you who did it.
There it is. These ladies, they told you the truth. Take them for their word, man. Peace.
Look how the dude looking at you. Look how he looking at you.
Man, look how you looking at me.
Look how the dude looking at you.
Man, don't start.
Look how you dressing.
Do not start. Do not
Them
start.
5 guys looking like you want 5 guys. That's crazy. You put the clothes on. I told you told me you're gonna be dressed today. Shit make no damn sense, man.
What you mean? You looking hard? Man, you looking real hard. I'm gonna need you to back up. All right.
Bro, you got a problem, bro? You got a problem with something, bro? You looking at my girl like that? Why you looking at my lady like that, bro? It's your fault. It's your fault. I'm saying it's your fault for looking like that. Nah, I'm just saying, bro. Bro, don't be disrespectful, though, bro. All right. Look how you dress. You dressing like you want 5 guys. Like, literally. Fuck. And bro, what's up, bro? Why you keep looking at my lady like that, bro?
Why y'all ain't never with no bitches? Y'all all together and shit. Ugly motherfucker. Yeah.
You got a boyfriend or something?
Okay, that's enough. No, that's enough. You need to leave her be.
What you mean?
What are you doing?
I'm just asking for a number.
No, she's not giving it to you. If she's giving it to you,
Was I talking to you?
I don't care. You need to leave her be.
You know, you need my own business.
I don't care.
You need my own
I
business.
don't care.
You need my own business. Let's see if I can win some money on Pat Rally. Let's go.
Go.
I wasn't talking to you. Get out my face.
You need to leave her be.
Nah, I wasn't talking to you.
What are you doing?
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay.
Why? You want my number or something?
Yeah, we can take it outside.
Oh, you want my number?
No, we can take this outside.
What you mean?
Better leave her be.
What you mean take it outside? Where's your parents?
Where's yours? Clearly not here. Where's your dad?
What do you mean? I don't have one.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying. I know that. You better leave her be.
What the fuck you mean? You know that?
Hey, y'all better dead.
I wonder why boys don't approach girls anymore. Jeez, in my generation, we were nice.
I'm saying, right?
No, I'm saying you're right. I'm defending them.
I'm saying. She said I right.
Oh, she's defending them?
Yeah.
What?
I was approaching her. I was talking to her.
This is the fourth.
It's okay. Relax. She's not bothering nobody. He's kidding us. Relax.
Yeah.
Relax. It's okay. Don't even
It's all right, man. Thank you.
She's going to come over to you and catch us over home.
I know, right? It's so crazy.
The girls wouldn't want to get slapped.
Man, what's up with this meeting? Why are we here?
Guys, I have brought you here today to propose my plan.
I don't like to lose. This is my plan to prevent all of us from losing. Let's pretend we are brothers. We won't have to fight each other. I made a contract to make sure we all agree to not fight each other.
Each other. Yo, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
But Shakur, we are in the same division. What will we do if we're forced to fight? Listen, I will get all of the belts for us. You tell everyone you don't care about the belts. That way, no one can force us to fight, brother. But Shakur, what if I outgrow my division and I have to move up to yours? Listen, little Ray Ray, when I move up, you move up. And come train at my gym so that we will never fight. What about us, Shakur? We are both champions at 140. Gary, tell him you want to fight me last. When the time comes, I will move divisions, little bro. Shakur, what about when you move up? I don't want to fight you, bro. Richardson, sign to Zuffa so that we won't fight. Before you sign, call me out so that it is not suspicious. Now sign the contract to be boxing brothers. Why they want me here so bad? We are not friends. Man, I'm going after all of y'all. There's no friends in boxing, clowns.
Abdullah, no, please.
I won't let these frauds ruin boxing. I'll go after all of them. Man, Shakur, why you telling people we gonna fight? Chill, you know I ain't trying to fight you, brother. I fooled the media to avoid Rolly, Ryan Croker, and now you want to call me out. How could you do this? Truthfully, since Tank has been out the game, nobody cares about me. I just wanted some attention. We left 135 because it was too hot. We were already ready to go to 40, and now you want to do the same thing at 47? This is Debo division, y'all dig? Take a chill pill, Bill. I don't want to fight anybody. If it was up to me, I would just make everyone my boxing brother to protect my O. I already called out everyone in my division, Rolly, Ryan, and Croker, but if I just do that to stay relevant. I don't really want to fight them. That's why I was scared when I saw the media talk about us fighting. Guys, we don't have to do this. All I ever wanted was my son to be like Tank. I taught Dev to fool the media. Please don't fight my son. Let's team up against Tank Davis instead. Dev, please sign it. We can keep pretending we'll fight, but I want you to be my boxing brother. Do it, Dev. I don't want to see you fight Ryan or Raleigh. You'll get knocked the fuck out again. I couldn't sleep on 420. Haunts me. I can't imagine what that fuck Tank would do to you.
The piss is not gonna matter on Judgment Day.
All right, man. We in the building, man. We in the building. No, I ain't watched none of that shit yesterday. I ain't watched none of that shit. But I seen the highlights. I seen Benavidez knock Ramirez out. I mean, that was common sense. You knock out somebody that you pose to knock out, and people started talking about you the GOAT. It's how watered down the game is. I seen the Spence press conference with Tszyu. I watched the whole thing. Shout out to Fight Hub because I watched the whole thing on their joint. So I did have an interest in that. Outside of that, no, I didn't even care about that bullshit ass fight they had on last night. I don't have an interest in fights where I know the outcome. Everybody knew the outcome, and what kills it is where people try to prop this up. And I seen Nico Ali, and we don't talk about this, man, where Benavidez was hiding behind the fact that after the fight, why the Jayo Tapa fight can't happen with Zuffa. I don't want to fight for a Zuffa belt and all this bullshit. And Nico Ali was like, well, here's the segregation starts on X. Nigga, they've been segregated. You see how they push propaganda, man? You have to be able to, in my opinion, you have to be able to think for yourself. All these motherfuckers is paid plants. Most of these dudes are paid industry plants. If it wasn't segregated, why were we talking about, PBC and Top Rank and Golden Boy and Matchroom not doing business with each other? That's been the talk for the last 10 years. It's sides of the street. I mean, you can go back further than that, 15, 20 years. Ever since Berto was getting money on HBO and Bob started hating on Al for getting the money. So, they just try to push propaganda. And then, I was just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And I heard De La Hoya say, well, a fight still can happen between Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia, that he's willing to work with. I think he said that on Fight Hype. He's still willing to work with Dana White. He's still willing to work with Dana White. He said that, not CJ. CJ didn't say that. He said that. He said that he's still willing to work with Dana White. You know, that's what he said. He's still willing to do some work with Dana White. All right. We can do it. Call me Dana. That's what he said. So this is be my thing about the situation, about boxing. You can't come out here and this is just like a little, beginning, dialogue. You can't come out here, in my opinion, and say, well, Canelo's ducking me, Canelo's ducking me, Canelo's ducking me, Canelo. But then you turn around and duck Jairo Typer. This ain't no different than, in those type of fights. In those type of fights where a guy jump up to fight the weakest link and then he go back down and wait. I mean, we see it happen all the time where guys jump up. In this era, the common thing to do is jump up and wait and fight a fight that you can't win. Kell Brook jumping up and wait. Mikey Garcia jumping up and wait. Going to take a fight that you're gonna lose so you can have a built-in excuse. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole but for the most part, you also see every now and again, and you see more common before that started, where these guys would jump up and wait and just to fight the weakest link and then move back down. Or keep it moving. We see that shit happen all the time. We used to see it happen all the time. So this is what he did. At the end of the day, you can't, say you this monster and you come to the division and I'm rightfully so. You fight Goldsvik and, that was a strong, tune-up. And then, you fight Anthony Yarde. I have no issue with that. Then really, if Bivol ain't ready, you should have fought Better BF. But when it came to Better BF, it's let's age this nigga out. It's cop and please. It's cop and please. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, he's a beast and I got to build up and all that. And he fight Ramirez and a guy that, if my memory serves me correctly, didn't they wipe the floor with that nigga? I don't want to sit here and tell a lie. So let me pull this up while we at the computer. Like, who did he lose to? Because I vividly remember this motherfucker losing to who I thought he lost to. No, he lost to Dimitri Bivol. Okay. Yeah. I don't even remember that fight. I didn't watch that bullshit. But shout out to Bivol. He struggled with Jesse Hart in the second half, at least that first fight. So, Gilberto Ramirez ain't shit. And then what also turned me off from watching this fight was when he said that he was about to retire. I'm like, I wasn't watching it to begin with, but he's talking about he about to retire, maybe 2 more fights. I said, oh, yeah. My thing is, David, bro, you got to leave Canelo alone. You gotta leave Canelo alone. You gotta leave Canelo alone, bro. You can't be out here. You duck the Better BF. You aging them out. You ain't no different. You ain't no different than what Bivol did to him. And I'm just keeping it a beat. And then I tell you, with David Benavidez, anybody think he on the up and up, and you can take this however you want to take it. Anybody thinking he on the up and up, you out your rabbit ass mind. They sit here and insinuate on Errol. They insinuate on Terrence Crawford. They insinuate on Devin Haney. But man, nigga, it's a very, very clear. If you know what you looking for, or what you looking at and what you looking for, when it come to being on the up and up, that motherfucker ain't on the up and up. I'm a flat out tell you that right now. That's a guy that's not on the up and up. However you want to take what I'm saying. I personally, I know he ain't on the up and up. Let me say that. Even if I didn't know that nigga ain't on the up and up, bro. I promise you that. He is not on the up and up. So I know y'all like, oh man, some people don't know how to decipher the language. Anybody that know anything about the body and all that motherfucker ain't on the up and up, bro. Just like we knew Pacquiao wasn't on the up and up. You wonder what I'm drinking? It's like pre-workout and beetroot juice. But yeah, he ain't on up and up, bro. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Appreciate the love, support, man. Ricky E245 salute. Shout out to Coach Malachi. Salute. Man, yeah, I ain't watched that Inoue shit last night, dog. I got up, let my dog out, and I turned it on for a second, and somebody else was in the ring. This shit was like 8:30. I went right back to sleep. Shout out to Coach. Salute. I hit the like button. Man, I was so tired I didn't even fuck. Tired as hell. I had a busy ass Friday like a motherfucker. So Amir Khan jumping up and wait to fight Canelo. Yeah, all this shit. I ain't jumping up because they can win. They jumping up for a payday, or they jumping up for easy lick. And then they go back down. That's Shakur Stevenson trying to jump up fight Conor Ben for an easy lick. Neutral natural salute. That was an easy fight. You knew that on pay. I just don't be having time, really, to be honest, to waste my time with shit. I know the outcome of it. I mean, I be doing other shit, man. So I got a lot of shit percolating right now. Man, a lot of shit going on. So yeah, for the like, I just don't be having time. But then a little bit of time I do have to relax and shit. Shit, I just be like chilling, watching TV for a hot minute. That's about it. I just don't have time for programming which I know I'm not going to be entertained. Only thing I really stop and watch, for real, if a basketball game interesting, I'll turn it on. If I watch the score, I turn it on. The Boys, Invincible, shit I like to rewatch like Stranger Things, or it might be a movie, or I go to. That's about it, really. Other than that, man, it's just building. Just building right now. I'm just building. So I better be able to always get the short end of the stick. David might as well go at the heavyweight so he can get dealt with. And Josh should get the opportunity, but politics was up for ignoring the sanction of belt bodies only. And my thing is this about that. If, Oscar De La Hoya, I mean, I tell you this, man, we had conversations behind the scenes. I'm not going to say who we had conversations with, but eventually the sanctioning belt, Turkey is probably going to buy the sanctioning belt bodies. Eventually, he may end up buying them and consolidating them. Anybody know anything about business? When he get done, trying to cyberbully Terrence Crawford into coming out of retirement, because that's exactly what he's doing. He's cyberbullying him. You notice they don't say nothing bad about Ryan on Ring Magazine. He's the one that's using payola and using his power to cyberbully people. See, people talk and separate Zuffa and Turkey Al-Sheikh. They one and the same. And I heard Shigo on X say, well, this PBC event was better than any of the Turkey cards this year, and let the money speak for it. I know ain't nobody buy that pay-per-view, and none of y'all black asses better have bought that shit. What I tell you niggas in the Discord, you gonna get booed. You gotta get, unless you Hispanic, you gotta get the boot. You gotta get the boot gang if you ordered that fight last night at the Discord. You can't be part of the Discord. A couple of y'all niggas got quiet. I might be looking for new Discord members, man. A couple of them niggas ain't respond. They was talking all that shit about the boot gang. And pack you up if you ordered that fight. And I told y'all, Benavidez, it ain't nothing different than what Brad and Hector do. They align themselves with black people, and you think they down, and then you find out they not. People say, well, I was listening to Dante. He was saying that he ain't down because of Shakur Stevenson. Man, Shakur Stevenson ain't no brother. So he can call Shakur Stevenson the N-word, and I wouldn't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I wouldn't care. He already rolling with Ryan Garcia like he rolling with Kid and Play. But as far as David, you can't be saying Canelo duck. I'm gonna get into that, man. I ain't no Canelo fan, but man, I mean, I said this shit 6 years ago that he beat Canelo ass. He said, "Oh, what did you think about Monkey?" I ain't watched none of it. I ain't watched none of it. I'll be respect. He said he looked like he was like, who was his coach? He still with Eddie Reynoso? Because I didn't know. I kind of seen him warming up in his locker room a little bit, and I seen Canelo came in and gave him a hug. But I didn't know who was coaching, because I'm gonna tell you why I didn't know who was coaching him. Because Canelo, they were saying that Canelo might rematch him, so I figured he got a different coach. So I ain't watched none of the fights last night. I didn't see Inoue. I heard that shit was underwhelming, but I'm a boxer nerd. I might like it, but like I said, I woke up to see it. I just see David Benavidez gave that nigga that Zaxby's 4-piece and a biscuit. So I didn't watch it, bro. He said, he drink a lot of juice. I mean, I'm telling y'all, man, dude. I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of those fighters, man, and I ain't gonna exclusively even leave this to Hispanic fighters, bro. Because it was reports that they allowed Floyd to do that shit behind the scenes. So if you got money, man, it's a very wild west type of sport. And I ain't talking about Will Smith. I'm talking about it's really no laws. Like Errol Spence said at the press conference yesterday, they 1099 contractors, independent contractors, bro. So it's hard to unionize that shit. And like I said, if I was Zuffa, I really would have took off the top if you would have came with a governing system with Zuffa. This is why a lot of them need to go to the grassroots and talk to the people. Talk to the people that they should have came with a governing system. Real talk. You can do a governing. You don't have to unionize, and they could unionize. Honestly, you can term them being 1099 employees and they can be under a union. They really could unionize. They can really, the fighters really could unionize. I'm pretty sure. But then again, it would have to balance out the paper to keep it a being, because if you signed under some type of company and they handled y'all contracts and you work for that company, it had to financially make sense. And what financially may make sense is maybe they take taxes other than doing 1099. But the thing about 1099, you got to spend some bread for somebody to make it do magic. Coach Malachi can tell you that. Any other YouTube can tell you that. Unless you code on the tax game like that, you can write off the outfits that you wear on or the outfits, the training expenses, all that type of stuff. And then, what may make it make sense if you sign to a entity or some type of company, well, it might make sense if they offer you health care. But Zuffa should have came with that. And it probably would have made sense. They want to throw all this money around just to get started, but they should have came with a better plan. They should have just had a company that signed these fighters, and somehow they can make it happen. Sign these fighters, put them under a company where they paid employees, took taxes out, gave them insurance, right? It would have made a little sense. It can't happen, but then again, it's hard to get everybody under that board. Then you could have came with a governing system. That should have been dope. Maybe you put it in the contract where, y'all can't unionize because what we doing, that's cool. That's cool. But then come structure, come rules, what happened with structure and rules? They can't let motherfuckers who juice, juice and still fight. That's a problem. The rules is really to protect the top 5-10% of people. And that's even in society. That's the rules. Go look up. I ain't gonna say this brother name, man. Very popular voiceover comedian. But somebody, I was listening to 5150 show about a year or two ago, and came out that somebody sent his son to the upper room. Some billionaire, in California, and he paid my man's off. The rules are for the 80 and the 90% of the rest of the population, bro. In boxing, all them top motherfuckers is juicing and cheating and they sweeping shit under the rug. Benavidez is an eye test fighter. I mean, yeah, I can definitely agree. I said I did a video and I told you I was gonna do it. I don't believe no fighter is a pound for pound fighter right now in the sport other than the new UA, maybe borderline Devin. I don't think none of these guys pound for pound. Respectfully, maybe I can't even give it to Sebastian yet, but none of these guys pound for pound. None of them are. But he's a phenomenal fighter. I mean, regardless how I feel about, definitely got a lot of natural talent, but Zuffa should. But no, they're gonna buy them all, bro. They're gonna buy them all. They done. They done, bro. They done. I'm telling you, Turkey is making a power play. And I don't know why any fighter should fuck with the sanction and belt body, especially black fighters. You got the IBF that's stationed in Jersey, and they do shit for everybody but the black fighter. All these other fighters from unknown countries and shit, they've been sued for selling rankings. All these motherfuckers been sued, and then they filed bankruptcy where they ain't have to pay the fighter. So to keep it a bean, I mean, it is what it is, bro. U.S. boxers could form a union, but what about the other fighters? I mean, well, the BBFC, what is that? The British Board of Boxing Control, or BB, whatever. They have some type of structure over there. So they have a structure over there. You know, it may not be the best, but they have a structure over there. I mean, we don't really give a fuck about the people outside the United States. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they will sign all the fighters, and it can happen. It can happen. You know, a lot of them, like in France, you know, Tony Yoka, people forget, you know, why Tony Yoka didn't, you know, turn out the way he was supposed to turn out. He got caught as a drug cheat, you know, before that O'Cali shit, he got banned for 2 years. He didn't fight. No, he didn't try to go overseas to fight. Hell no, France don't play that shit. He had to sit out like 2 years of his career. So the other places are strict. But that's something that they would have to sit down, and I'm not here to, you know, solve their problems. Boxers need but like he said, they're independent contractors. They're 1099. So some company may have to, you know, put them under a company, and that all can happen. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they don't want you to wake up. You know, they want the system. That's why I said rich slaves, man. People don't understand the term. We say NFL players are rich slaves. They look at the money. The money don't make you a slave or not. It's a bunch of slaves in the music industry or in Hollywood. They got money and they slaves. People always just focus on the money. Kanye West was a billionaire. He pissed them small hat people off, and he wasn't no more. He's a slave. He's controlled. Johnson, salute, man. What y'all doing up in Minnesota, G? What y'all doing in Minnesota? You see what my Lions doing? We out here shining on y'all niggas, man. We need to sign L'Jarius Sneed, bro. I think if Terrion Arnold get in trouble, we gonna cut his ass and sign Sneed. I fuck with Sneed, but yeah, I man, dude, I'm for sure. Hey, bro, we gotta go to the game this year for sure. For sure. If you can get there, I'll front the tickets, bro. We gotta go. I know I'm going to Spain later this year. I'll be in New York in like July. It'll be a day trip. I'm coming right back. But I'll be in Spain later this year. Spain. I might go to Morocco, a couple other places. But depending on when that game is, man, you can come to the D or we can go to Minnesota. I want to see Kyler Murray play. Or JJ, whoever win. I fuck with both of them. But yeah, we can. I prefer it to be in Minnesota because I want to go to the Mall of America. I've never been. He said Turkey needs to get out of boxing to keep it a being. I mean, yeah, I said that from the beginning, and that's not from a place of I don't fuck with him, you know, but I know what he is. You know, I heard the reports, you know, allegedly rubbed shoulders with Daniel Kinahan. That should let you know everything you know. I mean, I know shit where, you know, we had to talk offline about this, but we had to talk offline about the shit that he did, dog. Like they sent the nigga to the upper room, but they sent the Brad to the upper room, allegedly. But yeah, you know, boxing need to die. Boxing needed to die, and I agree with Bernard Hopkins. He said this about a year ago that you need to get back to the grassroots. You need to die for it to rebuild the right way. You know how a lot of people, they grow their hair or that it get matted real bad or it get damaged, so they cut it off to rebuild it from the ground up. That's kind of what boxing need right now. But you know, it's just my opinion, you know. But for sure, I'll let you know. Yeah, for sure. I should know a little bit. We should have a schedule by then, because yeah, now I want you know. Want some of that Somalian food too. They got a bunch of good ass Somalian food up in Minnesota too. But hey, yeah, you know, last night I didn't watch the fight. I just seen them hit it with the boom, bing, bop, bam. He did my boy dirty. But Ramirez wasn't a good fight. I used to be a fan. I used to love him. I used to thought he was gonna be great. And I ain't saying I don't still like him. Too robotic, too stiff. Too robotic, too stiff, and you know, and I heard him kind of talking about retirement. Bro. Before this fight, that's when I knew I wasn't watching no more. I wasn't watching in general, but I knew I for sure wasn't gonna watch. And when I heard him talking about retirement, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, Ramirez, as far as the people that he's fought, the Jesse Hart fight, you know, he proved. I think Jesse Hart. People would talk about his chin. He got a lot of heart. I always fuck with Jesse Hart. But the problem with Jesse Hart is he got little legs. I just think them shock absorbers, he got his legs, couldn't take the power Ramirez. Remember, Ramirez and him, I believe, fought at 168 pounds, you know. And the thing about, you know, Gilberto Ramirez is just too stiff. And even in that fight versus Jesse Hart some years ago, Hart really kind of closed the gap towards the end. He closed that gap in that fight. You know, Ramirez dropped him in round 2. And then, you know, Jesse Hart started to come back. And in the second fight, you know, they fought a couple years down the line after that. Well, the first fight was 17. They fought again in 18. It was 17 September. Then they fought December of 18. You know, it was close again. So, no disrespect to Jesse Hart. They fought in Texas in the second fight and in Arizona in the first fight. So, you kind of started to see when he kind of stepped up versus Jesse Hart, he really wasn't that guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, he wasn't that guy. Too stiff. You know, lost to, you know, Dimitri Bivol and pretty much protected the rest of his career because he should have fought in really short arms, you know, 6'2.5", 75-inch arms. Really been protected, you know. So I kind of knew from the standpoint of view he would, you know, just kind of, you know, just too stiff. Yeah, just too stiff, to be honest. We'll keep it a bean with you. And this was, I mean, people pumping this fight up, and everybody knew the outcome. Not positive. We knew the outcome wasn't going to be positive. You know, and you know, I really didn't really understand where people were getting excited about this. It wasn't nothing to get excited about. I don't like fights where I know the outcome. And I've said this, and I was been the first person saying this. The upset is the new big fight in boxing. So people watch these fights. People watch these fights to get an upset. That's the only exhilarating thing about boxing right now. You don't get throwdowns. All the throwdowns that you get where guys really fighting and they put on a hellified show. Is the fighter like Barashnik and Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys where you get, you know, you get the exhilarating fight. You never get the top-notch fights. You never get those fights in the championship level fights. And I don't even mean it have to be everything's pay-per-view, but top notch. You don't have to be Shakur and a Devin or a Tank and a Ryan. I mean, even you know, caliber fights of a fight that would happen between a guy like you know, like Innocent and Xander. You know, even though that's a pay-per-view. You know, we need to see a hellified fight breakout. We don't have those no more. You know, you had Hagler Hearns and you had you know fights breakout every now and again on HBO. You had those good fights. You know, Matias and Roberto Ortiz was a good one. Matias and John Molina, Henry Lundy bitch ass. You had those really, really good fights. I mean, when Mickey Bay got knocked out, no disrespect to him because I fuck with Mickey Bay in the 12th round by John Molina. Those were exhilarating points. Omar Figueroa fighting that Asian guy at 135. Those were the type of fights that you pretty much seen on a regular basis in high caliber TV fights. And now, you know, you don't get those fights. You might get that on the undercard to the undercard, but these championship fighters, they not hungry no more. These top level fighters don't fight with their heart no more. They not willing to, you know, die to get the knockout. They not willing to die. They don't come with that mentality no more. A lot of guys just show up to get a check and show up not to get embarrassed. And when I say show up not to get embarrassed, do everything they can do not to get knocked out. Even if they mean lose, they looking for the moral victory just to say, I didn't get knocked out. They don't take chances no more. If they get up about 4 or 5 rounds, you know, they gonna just jab, right hand, squeeze, hold you to the break of dawn. And then it's just not the same. I mean, across the board, you see it with the athletes in America, they ain't hungry no more. They're not hungry no more. They don't bring the same thing, but you know, it's some controversy, and I speak on this real quick. I know a lot of people probably, you know, I thought it was AI when I seen pound for pound posted, but it wasn't AI. So apparently, we had a Eubanks moment in here tonight. I believe Eubanks got elbowed by Liam Smith, and I was an advocate that I was advocating that fight should have been rescinded. I believe I got the right fight. I was a strong advocate that fight should have got rescinded, right? Because he clearly elbowed Chris Eubanks to get the knockout. Everybody and their mama seen it. He elbowed him and then kind of knocked him out. Now, last night, David Benavidez did the same thing. I thought they were saying it was AI in the comment section. I guess they was joking. But I went back and watched the reel. He elbowed him. He didn't knock Ramirez out from the punches. He elbowed Ramirez. Do I think it was intentional? I don't think it was intentional. I don't think Benavidez is that type of fighter. I don't think he intentionally elbowed him. I think it was an accident, in my opinion. You know, in my opinion, I believe it was an accident. That's just my opinion. But I do think, you know, it may warrant this fight being a no contest. And I'm gonna show it to you, bro. Show you his eye. I just seen his eye somewhere. Hold on, give me a minute. I seen his eye. Hold on. I seen the brother's eye. He elbowed the shit out this nigga, man. Look at his eye. That wasn't from no fucking punch. He elbowed that nigga. That's the exact hand he elbowed him with. The second eye. He elbowed him. He legit elbowed him. I'm just keeping it a bean. I'm not taking nothing away from him. I was the same advocate for the Chris Eubank fight when he got elbowed, I believe, by Lee. He elbowed this nigga, man. Not saying he wasn't gonna pack him up regardless, but you know what we got. This is what I'm talking about. Boxing don't have any rules. He elbowed this nigga. Fuck, you got replay for it. It was in Vegas last night, right? What you got? I seen that. I addressed that comment in a minute, Chase. I seen that. Like I said, man. I seen that. He elbowed him. I don't think he intentionally did it before niggas come over here. Oh man, you hating on CJ? You I ain't hating. I don't give a fuck if you elbow somebody. But he elbowed him. And my stance was the same when it came to Eubanks. He elbowed this nigga. He hit this nigga with this exact elbow and this exact eye. This is like the he elbowed. And I like I said, I 100% don't think that. And go watch it for yourself because I can't show it. I 100% don't believe it was intentional. That's my opinion. It wasn't intentional from my perspective. But look at this nigga eye, man. He elbowed that nigga, man. He really did. That's what caused that abrasion on that eye. Now, he might not know what had happened because it was a punch. Then he elbowed him right on the eye, and that's why he didn't get up. Not saying this, not saying it wasn't going to happen regardless. Not saying he wasn't going to put leather to ass regardless, but he elbowed him. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. That's why his eye like that. But like I said, I don't think it was intentional. But should it be called a no contest? Absolutely. I can't change my stance for what I said about Chris Eubanks. I can't change the stance. This fight should be rescinded. That was an illegal blow. No, it was an elbow. Yo, a punch don't create an eye like that. I watched the video. It was an elbow, brother. It was an elbow. He elbowed him. That's a fact. Look at that eye. That didn't come from no punch, bro. He didn't, I don't believe it was intentional. No, he elbowed this nigga in the eye, bro. He elbowed this nigga. I watched it a couple times. He elbowed him, bro. He elbowed him. This should be a no con, but they don't do the right thing in boxing. I'm not saying he wouldn't have got his ass whooped regardless, but I ain't gonna say it's my opinion. What do the rules say? Can you elbow a nigga in the eye? Because that's why he didn't get up. Same thing that Liam Smith did to old buddy. No, that nigga elbowed that nigga, man. Like, ain't no way around it. And I'm not saying that, they should, if the rules is to say it should reverse and Ramirez should get the win, hey, so be it. You did an illegal punch. That's why that dude didn't get up. So before people call him a quitter and all that type of shit, or he quit, man, nigga, please. That nigga elbowed the shit out that nigga. He elbowed the shit out that nigga, man. But I mean, it is what it is. That's, and I said, damn, he didn't get up on Cinco de Mayo. That motherfucker, look at that nigga eye. That did not come from no punch, homeboy. That did not come from no punch. That nigga say, bow, 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 bow. I'm busting at you. Flocka. But, you know, it is what it is. I file a petition. I definitely file a petition. Hell yeah, nigga elbowed the shit out of him. But it is what it is. He was going to lose regardless. You know, I'm going to keep it a bean. He was going to lose regardless, man. This nigga was talking about retirement before the fight. These niggas being nice. You know, this nigga is very slow and robotic. I mean, Golden Boy did a good job of hiding Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? They did a good job hiding him. But, you know, but then y'all boy, hold on, I'm coming. So y'all boy start, you know, he started, I heard they booed Canelo last night too. Oh, damn. Boy, the brothers is just disappointing, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I might just start a coon boxing channel. I might just watch all the coon shit that all the boxers do. I might just start an AI channel with these niggas cooning. I might do that, bro. I might do it. Y'all might be like, man.
I mean, I think that's the biggest fight in the world, especially at this weight division. You know what I mean? That's definitely fun. Like I said, I'm not scared of nobody, but it's mostly, if you want to get that fight, you get that fight. I don't know why he went to Zuffa. We could have made this fight right after this one. You know, but now, I don't know if you got stripped by the IBF or what it is. I'm not going to go there and fight for Zuffa title. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that would be a great fight in the future. You know, we expect that would be a great fight. And I think he has to come back up in here to make these fights happen because, you know, we can't make no fights like this. So that's what I wanted to secondary last is that do you feel like fighters are losing their power by going over to Zuffa? I think they are losing their power. I mean, it's just a lot of politics in that. You know, I think Dana White has shown that he doesn't want to do fights like PBC. I feel like I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting, but that's just what it looks like from outside.
What?
If you come to an agreement and make a big fight, let's do it.
What box do they live in? Did you hear what he said? What? Do they know who funds Zuffa? You've drunk it from the Zuffa cup already. You took Turkey's money. That's who's funding Zuffa. Do I really think a lot of these boxers are as dumb as they or as clueless when it comes to this shit? Because they asked Errol Spence that, oh, I wasn't paying. No, they not. I don't think they that clueless. They know exactly what's going on. You know, what's so funny is a lot of these dudes act like they have no interview etiquette when it comes to talking about other fighters or talking or how not to say the N-word or something. They have plenty of etiquette because when they're asked about these political things between sides of the streets and, well, I'm not going over, you know, a nigga ducking when they say, well, I'm not going over there. And dude, you just probably did 50,000 pay-per-view buys of that. Okay. You went over there to take the money. And then you bitch and complain when they didn't deliver Canelo. Now, let me say this real quick. If Canelo was at Zuffa, this nigga would be going over there to fight Canelo on Zuffa. I put the shorts on. I put the shirt on. Dana, I wash your round ass head, Dana. If Canelo was at Zuffa, this nigga would sell his asshole to go over to Zuffa and fight Canelo. Tell me I'm lying. This nigga be like a dog in heat. That's a dog. That's a female dog that's smelling a female heat. If Canelo was over there with Zuffa, this nigga to be over at Zuffa. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm lying on this great glorious Sunday. Well, a twin. Well, nigga, tell me I'm lying. This nigga be up there in Zuffa. That nigga don't want to fight. He didn't want to. He aced out better BF. He really wanted to fight Bevel. Bevel ran and got back surgery. I'm hearing there's some complications with that. Okay. And now he's talking about, well, we can make a fight. Nah, that nigga ain't trying to fight. So I don't want to hear nothing about this nigga talking about Canelo. I don't hear nothing you talking about Canelo. I've never seen Jayo top a fight. But I don't want to hear nothing that he got to say about mellow, yellow, red Canelo. I don't want to hear it, fam. I don't want to hear. You can't talk about this guy ducking you, that guy ducking you, and all this type of shit. Right? And you know, you ducking Giles Topper, you duck Arthur Better be at. Like, nigga, please. Bitch, please. I'm gonna call these niggas out on their malarkey, bro. He full of shit. Well, I'm not going over there, but you know, if they want to work together. No, that's all you should have said is like, oh man, why you go to PBC then, nigga? Why you sign back with PBC when Better be Evan Beaver and all the other fights on the other side of the street? They talking like they got power. Man, ain't no power at PBC. Them niggas ain't even got no money, bro. That fight ain't do no numbers, bro. They ain't in the trap making a trap say, that fight ain't doing no numbers. That fight ain't doing no numbers. They ain't got no vocabulary over there. B Rabbit. That fight went triple wood. They gave away tickets last night. We give you a free margarita voucher. You're coming to the fight tonight, Holmes. Like, come on, you ain't gonna hear nothing about the pay-per-view numbers for this fight. You ain't gonna hear nothing about the media say, well, how many pay-per-views did they do? You ain't gonna hear that, fam. You ain't gonna hear that. They want you to believe that these dudes are like Mexicans or a monolith. Bullshit. Julio Cesar Chavez just said that this nigga ain't no real Mexican. That's what he said, and then took a picture, and I put in a thumbnail, took a picture with the nigga after the fight. Yeah, we don't know who he is, and should he fight Canelo instead of doing what an elder statesman do and say, yeah, that's the fight the Mexican need. Guess what? They'd rather go without having a star. Rather than fuck with David Benavidez, they'd rather not have a star. Listen to me. They will rather not have a star than fuck with David Benavidez. They'd rather go, they box and go on destitute than have a star. That's what they'd rather do. And rather than claim Benavidez and make Canelo walk the plank and transfer power to Benavidez, they'd rather just not have a star. They don't have no stars in boxing. Eastside, Carnival Cruise, trash. Bam Rodriguez don't care about nothing that small. No diddy. Come on, man. He could have been like, yeah, Canelo need. No, I'm telling you, they did the same thing to Roberto Duran. This ain't nothing new. Roberto Duran was too black for them niggas, man. Panama. And Panama still make sure he good to this day, fam. They make sure he good to this day. So this whole code that Hispanics got, man, they don't fuck with you. Just like any other community, if you too dark, they don't fuck with you if you ain't from here. And they be like, well, Munguia, they know who Munguia is. They don't know who he is. You know why? Because all the Mexican grassroots fighters in Mexico, they fight on free TV. That's why they so popular. All them dudes be fighting on, all they fights is on free TV, which is, if we being thou wow, which is the recipe for what boxing need to do. Boxing need to go back and be on free TV. Boxing needs to go back and be on free TV, bro. That's the remedy, like Hennessy. Putting it behind apps, putting it behind the paywall. All the other sports going behind the paywall. MLB, NBA, NFL. It's your time to go back to the grassroots. It's an opportunity to be had there. But if Canelo was at Zuffa, man, this nigga wouldn't be saying, yeah, I'm willing to go to Zuffa. I'll put the drawers on. I'll put the socks on. Shit, I'll wash Dana Card. I'm telling y'all, man, these niggas is frauds, man. They talk that duck talk. We said $1 million fuck a friend. They talk that duck talk. These niggas, man, he a PBC fighter, man. He a PBC fighter. It's in this nigga, but it ain't on him. It's in him. That duck in him. Quack, 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 quack. That duck in him, bro. Ain't no dog in this nigga, man. This nigga, there ain't no dog in this man, bro. This motherfucker, if it was a nigga up there saying that, they would kill him. There ain't no dog in this. There ain't no dog in that man. Nigga quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. He definitely got that Mexican quack gene in his ass. Nigga got that computer all and that quack gene in his ass. Come on, man. Y'all, ain't nobody gonna tell y'all the truth, man. They ain't gonna get the truth from too many places on this internet. Come on, man. This nigga, if Canelo was at Zuffa, this nigga be, I'm running up that hill in Zuffa for flippers. That nigga ain't trying to fight. Well, I ain't never seen a nigga fight, but I know he ain't trying to fight him. So you can't be talking about, oh man, Canelo ducking me. Nigga, you duck better BF. And you ducking Jayo Tapa. So, you know, at the end of the day, Canelo ain't got to fight you, bro. You can't be claiming duck tails on a motherfucker, right? And you ducking motherfuckers. Come on, man. Let's keep it a bean. Keep it a bean, bro. They might not like what I'm saying, but it is what it is. Oh, man, same thing with Errol Spence. Yeah, I'll fight on PBC. Terrence Crawford fight over here. Yeah, I ain't never going over there. He got to come up. Same thing, man. These niggas going broke with the same talking points. This nigga just did 50,000 pay-per-view buys. Them niggas definitely in the red. See, you know, you hear Errol throw Jermell Charlo under the bus saying he don't sell no fights, but they'll never talk about losing money on Lomachenko. They'll never talk about losing money on David Benavidez. When they lose money on Canelo, they lost money on Canelo. They'll never talk about losing money on Canelo. Never talk about it. That fight ain't do good last night, man. Niggas was team stream. And the reason why it didn't do good because he was fighting a vagabond. These niggas broke PBC. Niggas was broke. That bullshit ass fight, nigga. Come on, man. A lot of you niggas should be ashamed for tuning into that, man. Y'all, I'd have more respect if you ate a fucking OnlyFans model out last night than watch this fight, man. A lot of you niggas should be ashamed. Y'all should be ashamed if y'all tune in and watch Mayweather Pacquiao. Shame, shame, shame. Like a wash machine, nigga. Gonna walk to the treetops. Shame on you, nigga. Shame. 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 I shamed them niggas in the Discord live. Them niggas feeling guilty as hell, man. Fuck this nigga, man. You know, my girlfriend don't let me go out past 9, man. So I can't. Fuck this nigga, man. I ain't got shit else to do. The Celtics lost and shit, man. I played Call of Duty 8 hours already today, man. He said, I'll let you know about later tonight for sure. Definitely got a touchdown in Detroit. Yeah, you can have that. I don't want to be around. I don't go to Detroit. I'll be around them niggas. Say no, I'm talking shit. Damn, when last time I've been to the city? It's been a little minute. No. I was there with the NCAA, whatever, NAACP event. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I was there. I had to put a tux on and shit. I tell you, nigga, every nigga should have a tux. You should have a tux. Buy a tux, nigga. Get you a couple suits too. Yeah, buy a tux and get you some suits, bro. Listen to the kid. You know, every dude should have some versatility in your closet, man. Yeah, man. Don't just all be, just regular lounge wear. Nah, nigga, get you some suits, man. Go buy you, get you a tux, get you some nice shoes. Kind of get you a nice little like casual type of shit. Get you some boat shoes, some like couple collar shirts. Ain't gotta be a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? But just have about, I think, 2 suits. Maybe a funeral suit, a regular black suit. The rule of thumb, real talk, before I kind of get in the second half of this video. Rule of thumb is a black suit, a gray suit. We do a lot with gray, and then get you a tux. Get you a nice regular black tux. I feel like you should have, interview clothes. Like if you go to a job interview or you got something like a business meeting, have a couple of those, like, nice little shirt, collar shirt, couple ties, slacks, nice shoes. A couple, maybe even a pea coat, trench coat, or a nice little bomber coat that go with that. That'd be my thing. And then, just like maybe y'all, going to a nice event, little regular business casual shit like they work in tech. And then the rest of your closet could be what you like to wear: jerseys, shirts, graphic tees, jeans, cargos, whatever you like to wear. But a lot of motherfuckers, y'all be out of place at events. You can't be out of place in events, bro. I'm gonna say that once again. You can't be in a graphic tee and your girl got a business meeting at her job, or y'all got a business and you got a graphic tee on, man. Like, nah, nigga. Got to be dressed for all occasions, bro. Always keep your nails clean, keep your hair clean, keep your skin good. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas gonna be getting bitches, dog. Sometimes you just get bitches from just being the cleanest, regular dressed ass niggas or proper dressed ass nigga in the place. So sometimes you smell good. That's it, bro. A lot of niggas just think, I say this all the time on Free Game Right Now. A lot of dudes think being dirty and being ashy is masculine. No, nigga. No. Errol Spence said he gonna get a documentary about the Crawford. Yeah, he talking about he gonna get a documentary. We can get into this. He gonna do a documentary talking about why his balance was off and why he couldn't he had the performance that he had. And if Netflix want to buy his documentary and shit like that, was a lot. It's always some bullshit going on. When Canelo lose and these niggas lose, then nigga call the fight off then, bro. Push the fight off then. That's what be killing me. Push the fight off then. I just really never understood that. Because that wasn't a concern leading up to the fight. Your cousin was talking shit to Bud. Derek was talking shit like y'all was gonna do something. And then when he went upside a nigga head, Derek wanted to grab this nigga gloves like he had something. Niggas always got excuses. Had he got whooped by a Mexican, he wouldn't have had no excuses. Most of the dreams fights in boxing are usually one-sided. No. Ali and Foreman wasn't one-sided. Hagler Hearns, it was a good fight. Leonard Hearns, good fight. I mean, you can go on and on, I guess you could say Tyson and Holyfield, that wasn't one-sided ass whooping. I mean, the legendary fights, they were, you could say Gary Cooney, Larry Holmes, one-sided ass whooping. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah, but it's a lot of ones that was truly legendary. They wasn't one-sided. Feeling LaMotta fights and Sugar Ray Leonard fights was competitive. LaMotta finally won one. And then came back, got his ass whooped again. But it's what it is. Said it didn't even look like it was an elbow. No, it was an elbow, nigga. What up? He elbowed him, but not in the eye. The elbow on him on his left jaw. Man, I don't know, bro. That shit look right on the eye, bro. I could be wrong. By Sakun channel, he said salute GK Black. He said CJ, the boxers might be clueless that Heyman came in and took over. Yeah, shit is what it is. Matthew, salute. Yeah, I'm cooking with olive oil grease. Oh yeah, the Pistons come on today, so yeah, I probably won't start watching till the second half. Them niggas be having bad luck when I be watching. He said they greedy as hell. These apps and products be trash. They do. They do. Yeah, I'll be real with you. PBC been falling apart now. Spencer Charlo beefing. But that whole little interaction they had, man. I like what I heard from Ronnie Shields. Kind of said that Errol. He said Errol is fresh. I'm gonna take him as a man as word. Errol said he feel good. And if that's the case, Tszyu probably in trouble. Kind of a little bit I've seen of his last couple fights. I ain't really like the way he been looking. No, old team accused him of being a cheater, or not a cheater, but a quitter. Other than that, he just switched coaches again. Shit, man. It should be a good fight. You know, and I'm gonna read this at the end. I'm gonna say that. You know, but let me see if I can pull this up. But the press conference was interesting. You know, Errol Spence is trying to, you know, here we go. Let's go.
I'm sure everybody has their, you know, reserved opinions, thinking I'm shutting myself, or, you know, do we still have it? And, you know, it's just because I've been thinking the same thing, seeing my last fight. But I guarantee you, come July 26th, you will see a better, more improved Errol Spence.
Now, the whole talk was about his speech. I think he did an interview talking about his speech. He said the veneers kind of make him list, and he can't breathe out of the veneers. There's no air coming through his teeth because they straight like that. They so tight. So he said that's why he has to talk the way he has to talk. All right, but let's go.
I think it's cute. that ain't what that is. It's Errol Spence versus Tszyu. He's no caliber of his partner. I mean, of his dad. So you can't even compare himself to his pops. He fighting me, he's trying to get out his daddy's shadow. So we'll see come July 26th, can he get out that shadow? How do you respond to that take?
So he likes to talk it up as well. Look, I'm a very respectful guy. I came up to him before, tried to shake his hand, and he just walked past me like a disrespectful fuck. And that just shows what type of person he is. And that's alright, you know. Now he's happy talking about the comparisons between me and my dad. I've heard it all. There's every fighter that I've ever fought has said the same thing. So it's alright. It's alright, baby.
I'm not playing games with people, bro. I hope people talk shit. And then when you see me, you want, hey, what's up, buddy? Like, I'm not one of those dudes, bro.
What's he saying?
What are you referencing there? I'm not one of those guys that you talking shit on social media, and then when you see me, you want to shake my hand.
Very respectful. What are you talking about? I've been one of the best fighters of this decade.
I heard all this stuff.
That's a cat.
Like, I'm not cool with that. We can hug after the fight.
So he couldn't reference what he said. They were trying to build this fight into something, right? One of the reasons this fight couldn't happen in America because there was no market for it in America. Nobody wanted this fight in America. Errol Spence is not a star. He might have a chopper. He got a chopper and a kilo in his car. He's not a star. He's not a star. That's why this fight is not in America. He's going to Australia because that's where the money's at. That's where the demand is at. That's where the fight is at. He's not going to Australia because he's this super nigga or he's this great fighter. He want to challenge himself. Absolutely not. He's not. He's going over there is because there's no market for this fight in America. And a lot of that has to do with Tszyu. Tszyu was fighting in niggas' backyards. This nigga was fighting in Orlando. Ain't no nigga gonna fight in Orlando. Ain't nobody trying to fight in Orlando. Ain't nobody trying to go to Orlando. Niggas go to Disney World, Universal Studios, and straight the fuck up out of Orlando. Ain't nothing in Orlando but Mickey Mouse. Let's keep it a bean. Maybe Miami, maybe a summer in Miami, maybe Tampa, Comiskey, but Orlando or hell no. Why going no fucking Orlando, nigga? But yeah, there's just no market for Tszyu over here. And you know, I think I'm gonna let this clip finish, but like these niggas is broke.
All right, Errol, I'll leave you with final comments. What are fans going to see Saturday here in the U.S., July 25th, and Sunday in Australia, July 26th?
I mean, it's a war, man. I'm not here to just shake and hug my opponents and all that. Like, it's a war. It's what it is. To come into his hometown, come into his territory. And I'm looking to take over. So I mean, why would he want to shake my hand? He's coming to destroy me. You know, coming to knock me out, retire me. You I'm coming to beat him and show him that, he's not up to anything in my pedigree. So it's going to be a great fight. And I know that I will become victorious come July 26th.
And now your 10 final comments, July 25th here in the States, July 26th in Australia.
Victory. I was going to give him a shake and a hug because it was his last fight. So just trying to make it. So it is what it is.
I missed this part. So what Tszyu said, I wanted to shake his hand because this is about to be his last fight. Now, the thing about it, somebody, one of the Australians in my comment section, they put me hip to this. And it was mentioned in the press conference that the Tszyu have never lost. Nikita, the brother, Costa Tszyu, which I'm very familiar with, really good fighter, his father. And Tszyu never lost in Australia. So a lot of people feel like Robert Garcia, that he didn't want to take a tune-up in Errol Spence because he didn't want to take short money and get upset. Other people, think he don't have it no more. And nobody knows. You only can be in the training camp and see it. You only can take Ronnie's word. You only can take Errol's word for it, whether he got the magic or he don't have the magic no more. So I literally can't. I can't gauge it, but I definitely will tune in for the fight. I like Tszyu. I think they mirror each other. I think two guys that don't get their head off the line. Two really good punchers. I do think Errol is usually a bit more athletic. He uses jab a little bit more, but they kind of both remind me of each other. Head on the line, try to get their punches out. Not a lot of defense. Kind of be in a high guard a little bit. I think Errol keeps his hands up a lot more than Tszyu. They like to measure you, get that distance. I mean, really, I don't. If they got some juice left, it should be stylistically should be a great fight. But it depends what Errol got left. You talking about the eye, you talking about where the legs at, you talking about where the will at. Yeah, you can say I want to come back. Is he coming back for all the right reasons? Is it a money play? And I don't know. I don't think so. Is it that he don't want to leave a sour taste in his mouth from the Bud fight? No, nobody wants their career to be left like that. Was it the fact, and I know he answered this question to the media, that, seeing what Crawford did to Canelo, like damn, it ain't that bad. I'm pretty sure he kind of said, I kind of thought a little bit like that. He thought that. He seen how great Crawford was. Like, man, okay, cool. Maybe, yeah, no credit, no doubt to him. So we'll see. We can come back and do what he can do. If you had to ask me if I was a betting man, I probably would stay away from this fight. It's just too many unknowns. Tszyu just switched coach again. He hasn't looked good in his fights. They fighting at 158. Errol, I mean, ain't seen him in, that'd be almost 3 years to the day, right? I would be over 3 years to the day, 3 years and a few days. So, I mean, that's the beauty of this fight. The enigma is an enigma. You just don't fucking know. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. So, we see what happens. Errol been looking in good shape, and we'll see. But as far as, we get to the Charlo thing, what he said about Charlo, I mean, it really ain't surprised me. I mean, one dude in Errol tried to, I don't even know if I want to speak on this. We're going to have a little insert here. So I don't know what's going on in Australia. I see what's going on in Africa with the xylophobia and all that shit, xenophobia and all that shit. But here.
Fans love your ring walks, man. So any chance you take somebody like Big Tuck or Yellow Beezy out there?
Nah, might come out to the Aborigines or something in Australia or something. Might look out to them, come out to them. It's a lot of injustice going on in Australia right now, especially with the Aborigines and stuff. They got their own flag and everything. So, might do something with them, come out to their flag.
Going abroad and saying that you're going to go with the oppressed people, brother, and your skin color, you already have a strike going overseas. Now, the thing about it is this: I really don't stick my nose in other people's political thing. Now, the thing about it, if you don't know, the people he's talking about, the Aboriginal people, I've spoken on this on many occasions in random videos real quick. They are the original people, the indigenous people of Africa, my people. This is a quick of Australia are black. I think a lot of people don't know that. It was a total genocide of the original black people of Australia. Yes. Australia was like Africa. Yes. It's funny that he brings this up. Is because it's like Australia. The original people. I mean, this is why you got to pick up a book or do your right research. They were black. Yeah. I know a lot of y'all, and I don't think it's something that we all are looking for, but unfortunately, they tried to do total basically did for the most part, and took over their land. It's crazy times, man, we living in. The crazy times. So you see what's happening in Africa, and a lot of that stuff they're doing in Africa right now with the grape soda fest, by the white media and the xenophobia and all that type of shit. They just trying to come in and steal their resources. But so funny, a lot of Africans accuse Black Americans of being on xenophobia. But, that's just another conversation for another day.
And it's the reason why dude been kind of, I would say, jealous of me. Dude been kind of jealous of me. He looked at me as, like, I guess, PBC, Golden Boy or something, and all this and that. So, he been jealous of me. But, the proof is in the pudding. It's the reason why he hasn't had a fight yet. And it's the reason why I can say, hey, I want to fight, and then I have a fight tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Shit, people tired of goddamn, giving him fights, and then you get in the red because he's fighting and he ain't got any fans. Like, where can Jamel fight at instead of Jamel fighting in Houston instead of, like, so where is he fighting at? He mad at me, but we might handle that in the future. Dude, bitch.
So, you heard him. At the end of the day, you only so long that anybody, high character, no character, middle character, it's only so long some people can remain quiet. He been hating on him from the beginning, and people that tend to hate on you tend to emulate you. Let me say that. And guess what? He left Ronnie, went over there with Derek because he wanted to be like Errol. Come on. Remember he made the comment on 24/7, so y'all better not have me breathing hard out of shape like y'all did Errol Spence. This nigga been hating on Errol. His wife can get on the internet and talk about he misunderstood. No, he's just a miserable ass nigga that nobody likes. That's why he don't got no fans. And the fans that he did have, that tough tone perception went out the window when his brother got smacked by that wigger. Pow! Then he did the rest of the complete demolition on lines only, and he went down there and tooted that ass up for Canelo and let him run through his ass like Thomas the Train. Lay down for Daddy Canelo. I feel like also let me put a in the middle, a middle insert in the middle of that. It's the same dude that said I looked up to Canelo, but you older than him. Come on, man. I told y'all my homie was like, he was in Houston and they had like an event. It might have been a press conference. Somebody came up to him the man came up to him with his son and say they wanted to do a partnership, a t-shirt deal with him. He said, nigga, get the fuck out of my face. I got my own t-shirt. This to a man who came politely with his son. And he said, that's why niggas don't fuck with them, bro. Houston don't mess with them. He want to be like Errol. He mad Errol sell. He mad people like Errol. He mad at Errol personality. That's why he came over there. Any nigga that get jealous of their twin, dog, any nigga that got hate for their twin, that talk bad about their twin, you know what I'm saying? What type of nigga is a miserable ass nigga? They should have put this nigga down at birth, bro. Would have been a better world. Should have put this nigga down there. This nigga's a hater. This nigga's bitter. His family probably don't even like him. The wife only with him because he got the cheese. And if the cheese leave like the cheese off Mickey D, she gone. Kids don't even like this nigga. What Detective Carter told Lee, I don't even like you. The girl don't like you. Nobody likes Jamel Charlos. Nigga's a hater. Any nigga that hate on his own twin, nigga, come on, man. He's a hater. Errol is 100% right. 100% white. Nigga just got an unlikable person. Even when he do interviews, this nigga just high strung, angry. Like, come on, man. That's why he can't come back and fight. Nigga don't sell, bro. Nigga don't sell. Who are your top 6 greatest coaches in boxing history? Mine's is Nacho, Senior, Stewart, Dundee, Roger, Customato. I don't know. Shit. You gotta put Eddie Futch in there. Angelo Dundee, I guess, gotta be in there. Customato. Emmanuel Stewart. I don't know. I would have to think. Definitely, probably. What I say, 4? It's probably 4. That's in my. Shit. What else you had? Yeah, I don't know. Gotta think more. Said Charlo jealous of me. Of course he is. Broner in the deep trouble. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Broner. He got to figure out. Call of Duty his ass now. Delta Forces is where it's at. His ass Delta Force. Okay, I gotta check that out. He said the guy that trained Sugar Ray Robinson and Joe Louis is the greatest trainer of all time. Let me see. Is she Harry Wiley? Harry Wiley Sr. He was a protege of Jack Blackburn. He said, highly respected, often unsung trainer. Wiley focused on fundamentals, balance, and boxer puncher style. He trained Robinson from his amateur days to the majority of his professional career. He also trained Joe Louis and Henry Armstrong. Yep, there you have it. Yeah, buddy. I would have to say by default that you might be that dude. Got to be in. He got to be top 5, maybe even higher. He trained 3 of the greatest fighters of all time. Longest reigning heavyweight champion Joe Louis, the greatest fighter Sugar Ray Robinson. Henry Armstrong is the top 5 fighter of all time too. Top 10 depending who you ask. So yeah, I might say he had to be number 1. And he grassrooted Sugar Ray Robinson from the amateurs. Yeah, just for success, nigga. Show me the burbs, then he said just the dirty nigga. Yeah, niggas be thinking they dirty. That's because a lot of, I don't want to get a lot of Keishas like dirty ass niggas, man. Y'all be thinking that's what high caliber women really want. No, bitch, don't want your dirty ass, bitch. You man telling y'all, bitch. I'm not gonna go into that because we about to wrap this up. Wrap your dick up, your dick out of hiccups. If you're rich and you marry a bitch, get a prenup. He says Spence can't take the loss against Terrence Crawford. Of course he can't. Talked all that shit and they wasn't even competitive. I could not stay up for Dave Ramirez. I'm gonna watch a new UI tonight. I heard you ain't miss shit, but it's technical fight. Blank was talking shit about Bud before the Spence fight, but Bud won and has a car race. I mean, yeah, light skinned and energy. I got energy, got a lot of energy. Anthony Joshua, I ain't mad at him though, because he went down in Nebraska to cover that undisputed fight and Bud to give him an interview, so that nigga mad. Anthony Joshua loses to Fury. Joshua, they always make excuses for Joshua. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Backdooria Joshua. Ward and Kovalev. They say his bitch is a bodybuilding bitch too. This nigga take it up. This nigga's a blade, bro. This nigga's a blade. Nigga the blade. Nigga bitch is swole as he is. Yeah. All them bodybuilding ass niggas is weird, bro. Y'all never seen No Pain, No Gain? That's a real story too. Based on a real story. Spence win his next fight with Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. I think Anthony Becky, old weird ass, was did that shit too. That nigga did that shit on Black Mirror. Yeah, I ain't fuck with him since. Put a fight up again. He had Spence win next. Put him against Boots. Boots about to lose, my nigga. So it ain't gonna matter. He gonna fight Boots coming off a loss. Black man strike back. Mother toss 78 salad. What's going on? I didn't even know that nigga still was around. I see Ozempic 78. That nigga took that Ozempic shit. This nigga looks sick. What that motherfucker Tupac say? Nigga flabby and sick, looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick, eat a fat dick. What Pac say? Benavidez fast against flat-footed Mexicans. Spence said, fuck that fake shit. What you said? Spence don't sell in America. Only in America. Canelo had a high attendance at Cowboy Stadium near Errol. That's fucking Mexico for real. That was Mexico. Spence can definitely come back. Just don't fight Terrence Crawford again. Spence really thought Crawford was nothing until he saw Bud whoop Canelo. That's why Spence hasn't fought in 3 years. He said, wow, people would never have thought that you would have black folks over there in Australia. Oh, y'all, man, we were the original people of Australia. Yes, sir. Yep, the original indigenous people. Yes. Yep. Now, when Jamel said he the Southpaw killer, it makes sense. Yeah. He said CJ Ether Jamel. Nobody like this nigga, man. The world would be a better place without him. Jamel and Canelo born is, I look up to you, dog, daddy. Just like daddy. Come on, sunshine, feel the pain. Baby, I can take away the pain if you let me. Jamel, Javante are two of the biggest haters. Of course. Fucking player hater. He said, do you know who wanted to fight at 50? I know I don't. I don't know who wanted to fight at 50. I think Tim Tszyu last fight was at 157. Seven heaven, when I see your smiley faces. Smile. You got any other questions? I answer. Smiling back at seven heaven. Well, that's what I was told to me. I don't believe all the street shit they be saying about y'all. Man, nigga ain't no street, man. That nigga is a fucking blade in the sheets. This nigga's a blade. Niggas that like Joshua, yo, like Joshua, man, fuck out of here, nigga. This nigga's weird. You could tell the nigga's a fucking weird ass nigga. Well, I don't do all this talking. I don't go back and forth with you, Fury. I don't do this talking. I never been about that. Like, shut your goofy ass up. Oh, stiff ass nigga. I ain't like when Wilder called him a bitch while Wilder bitch was looking at him like she wanted to, you know. I ain't like his energy when Wilder called him a bitch. Yeah, we'll take Wilder next. That's a tune-up fight. Yeah. And then they fighting some dude. I heard also Usyk is in talk to fight Edgar Cabal. So now y'all can shut the fuck up. Nah. Which I feel like Moses and Thomas should be fighting Edgar Cabal next, but I fuck with Edgar Cabal. Jamel need to rematch Tony Harrison. You know, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Shout out to my nigga Tony. They said Tank a street. That nigga ain't no street nigga, man. That nigga naming from the wire. That nigga is not a street nigga, man. This nigga don't even know how many ounces in the kilo. He wouldn't know that regardless. Ooh. You carry the one and you multiply and divide by uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, my brother. Like, come on, man. Johnson said niggas that like Joshua Closet Gang. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, niggas a cornball ass nigga. I don't know how niggas fuck with him. Niggas a cornball ass nigga, man. But hey, to each his fucking own. To each his own. To each his own. What up, Black? Can I say, fuck your boyfriend? He been a hater. Forgot that bar go. He be going though. Seven heaven, and I've been your smiling faces. Yeah, niggas, I be looking at them niggas like, what are y'all seeing? Like, to think Joshua, this nigga lose, act like it never happened. When this nigga lose, act like it never happened, bro. Act like it never happened. He lose. They be like, oh, what nigga? They the boys who got knocked out by a jab, drugged this nigga through the ring, dog walked this nigga. Dog walked a nigga with a leash and a collar. What Ghostface Kayla say? He said, no leash, no collar. I fuck with real Rockrollers. No leashes, no collar. Ghost Dini. Ghost Dini. Supreme Clientele, one of the greatest albums ever, rap albums ever put out, for sure. Ghost Dini. I'm a street nigga. Joshua said I'm a street nigga like John Jones is, man, nigga ain't sold no work. Nigga ain't did no work. This nigga, the only part of street nigga he is when them niggas go to the penitentiary and get boyfriends. That's the street nigga he is. I'm a street nigga, dog, like me. Remember Gucci said street nigga? Nah, he a snitch. Snitch, bitch. Snitch, bitch. Tank trying to count keys would be 1, 5, 96. Tank, it's 10 keys here. Oh, yeah, 10. Everything in this generation is pause, no homo, gay, but when niggas got their fingernails painted, these niggas got like not just regular hoop earrings, they got shit dangling from their ears now. Niggas wearing septum rings and purses and satchels and fanny packs. And I'm like, let me go sit my ass back in the house. Man, niggas be shimmying on the Stairmaster. And I'm like, oh, that nigga gay. And then you get a girlfriend like, what? Man, I'm like, what? Man, what? You be thinking a nigga a whole blade. Like, that nigga blade got a girl like, what? Wrap your dick up. You do that shit. Don't even put your dick in these hoes, man. These hoes, they fucking with niggas that go both ways, bro. That's the scary thing about it, dog. And then they blaming, oh, black men are so terrible. No, are you sleeping with? A girl told me that shit like 2017. She told me that, bro. I never forgot it, dog. I never forgot it, bro. I never forgot it, man. These hoes is weird. They all sleep with a lot of these women. All sleep with women. You know, they just like a lot of women unsalvageable, man. Everybody had this thing where, black women have attitudes, but a lot of the other women got attitudes too. A lot of these white women walk around with shitbag faces, and Latinos walk around with shitbag faces. This, when poverty start hitting gas $5 a gallon and shit, man, shit. That really tell you the caliber, the real, how people really, how really people feel and how they act. Back in the day, used to, go outside, sit on the park bench, chop it up with somebody. The internet got a lot to do with that too. People don't know how to socialize. He said, Tank slow ass only can count to four. Remember on the watch? Four. Number not recognized. Four. That shit was funny as hell. Go watch. I gotta watch the watch. I might watch that tonight. Yeah, I'm telling you, dog, man, you be surprised, bro. These men, girls, they be around gay men like that for real, man. A lot of times they be sleeping with them, bro. Be trying to tell you, bro. I had to tell, man. Especially in Atlanta, they blame all the gay men. Oh, it's the down low, man. Man, you can't believe shit a bitch say, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. I might do a video on that, bro, on Free Game 89, because I seen the brother Media Man do a video about that. Be telling y'all, man. They got in the black community, the black man is at the bottom. They like really, it ain't really no real productive black men in the black community no more. They all gone, but they all get shamed. Like ain't no real anybody that makes something of themselves in the black community. Let's look at it on a very superficial level real quick. The NBA and the NFL, the superficial as can get. They get money and they be gone. They go to HBCU and come out and they got a Becky. Whether they from Nigeria, Arizona, Nigerian American, Ghanese American, Jamaican, whether they from New Hampshire, Maine, Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Like them niggas, man, productive black men ain't in the community, dog. And then the ones that come back to that was in the community that was productive, like the stepfathers, they shamed them. they packed them niggas up out the community. They packed stepfathers was the last good men in the community. Because then think about it real quick. You don't have many black male teachers. Like, tell me what grade was you in when you had your first black male teacher in school? Me personally, it wasn't until middle school I had my first black male teacher. They was the Jeffries twins or brothers. There was brothers. And then I had a math teacher named Mr. Houston. All this is when I left private school. 3. I think the next year I had an English teacher. That nigga couldn't stand me. I was the problem. 4, my gym teacher. 5, I still see him to this day. His name Mr. Hooper. He a principal. I remember he was smashing one of the students' mamas. She was a teacher there too. I felt so bad for Rubino. Her mom was fine though. Miss Turner was fine. I'm mad at Mr. Hooper. The nigga thought he was DMX. He might see me. I think I can hang with Mr. Hooper. I'm still gonna get my ass whooped, but I think I can hang with you now, nigga. He thought he was DMX and shit, man. But that was one of my favorite teachers, dog. Real nigga. But yeah, in middle school, I ain't started getting my first black teachers for real. So who's there? The basketball coaches, really. And if you ain't hooping, they don't give a fuck about you. Just keep it real. Niggas think NBA camp is gangsters. Yeah, I mean, Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, shit, a bird. Sometimes you will claim a hoe just to play a hoe. You just for the love of the game. That's all Clay did. The family rejected her. They weren't fucking with her like that. You know, you look at where Clay come from. You know, class matters, bro. You know, you see these Disney movies or these Lifetime or Hallmark videos about, you know, a girl grabbing a nigga from the slums or a nigga grabbing a girl from the slums. That shit doesn't really exist in real life. If you grab somebody from the slums, you ostracize outside the family. They don't play that. Look at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. You know, that whatever his name is, they don't play that. They ostracize your ass. This is why you had arranged marriages and shit. It's a caliber classes. LeBron said he would have dominated the 90s. No way. He'd be good. He might still be LeBron, but dominate like more? No. He's a great player. I'm not taking nothing away from LeBron. Worst shoe line I ever seen in my life from a top player, but great player. Yeah, his name was Mr. Hooper. Or was it Mr. Coop? No, it's Mr. Hooper. Yeah, we called a nigga named Mr. Hooper. I see him to this day. I ain't gonna say, and when I go to my other gym, I see him all the time. Real nigga. Look, it's when DMX was hot. This nigga thought he was DMX. And then when niggas had the pants leg pulled, remember LL had niggas with the one pants leg pulled up? He thought he was them niggas, dog. Hope he don't see this shit. Yeah, nigga thought he was motherfucking DMX. I'm telling you, DMX impact was wild, bro. Niggas really thought that's when niggas had the. Remember they had the album book of CDs and shit, and you had the CD changer in the motherfucking car and shit. That's that time. Hey, DMX hit like crack, man. Crack in the 80s, man. DMX, I'm gonna go out on a limb. DMX was the hardest drop in hip hop history. I think the only person that's comparable to DMX dropping as hard as he did, to be honest, is probably like maybe Snoop. But Snoop had build up with the Chronic though, so that's why nobody dropped harder than DMX in hip rap history. Nobody dropped harder than DMX. Nobody. That was the hardest drop. You know, Nelly had a hard drop. People resent Nelly, but Nelly shit was hard. 50 shit was hard. Snoop shit was hard. NWA shit was hard. Nas shit was, you know, you got to put them in there. The Wu-Tang shit was hard. You know, Biggie shit was, but nobody was like DMX, bro. Nobody. CJ, there's been no black community. It's this community, nigga. It might not be a community, but it's a black community, my nigga. It is there. It's still producing Pookies, still producing Ray Rays, still producing a couple good people every year. But yeah, real talk, it is one. It is one. Don't let these niggas talk about it ain't there. It's there. Look at all the census populations, you know, even though gentrification started to change that, urban area is still there. Middle school for me, it was only 3 in high school. In high school, yeah, I went to the hood. So yeah, ain't that many. Yeah, it's facts. Yeah, I had one. He ended up marrying one of the students, but I ain't here. I fucked with him, but he ended up marrying one. This one I went to Detroit, so one. Yeah, only one. Yeah, one in my friend. And then I transferred, and then we had he wasn't my teacher, but he was cool as hell. I used to see him at the barbershop all the time. Our nigga Mr. Pay, he be on the radio. He was a real nigga, dog. 2, 3, and I had another teacher. He slept with just 2 teachers at this school slept with students. One killed himself. I couldn't believe he was cool as hell. And the other one, he went to jail. So that's 4. This ain't my second school. I had about one. What? That was my teacher. 1, Mr. Pay, Mr. 2, 3. I was in there for a year and a half. I think I only had 3. Yeah, I only had 3. Yeah, 3 in a year and a half. But yeah. He said I might do this for the entire AJ Online fanboy community. Yeah, them niggas, man. Yeah, I was the problem. I definitely was. I was bad as hell, bro. I was bad at one point. In high school, I wasn't bad though. I heard you had to, you know, you had to get credits. I was like, all right, let me start doing this shit. I didn't have any black male teacher. I was in a predominantly black seat, but yeah, that's crazy. He said you should do a video on Hitman hollering chicken. It's been done, player. I been did that, player. Yeah, player. I been did that. You got to check out the other channel. Free Game 89 did that shit like last. I don't know when I did that video. It might have been last week. I been did that. Nigga, he dumb. But also, I didn't know when I did that video, she got hit with had that armed robbery too. He had to talk her through that arm. I learned about that. I read about that after that. But yeah, I did that video. I'm about to pull it up for you. I did that video quite a while ago. I'm trying to pull it up now. Give me a minute. I did that video April 17th. Yep, I did that video April 17th. I'll give you here. Yeah, hold on. Here, matter of fact, I'll play a clip. I'm here. Let's do a preview. I might start previewing my video.
I'm not talking about perfection as a person. I'm talking about the curve.
So that's what I'll be like. So basically, do this.
I'll put the link in there.
Walk the straight line. Do everything right. Oh no, wait. Everything right. You saying, oh, something wrong with her. So you saying step outside of right to try to find what's wrong with her.
I'm saying step outside of right because right is not the most effective solution. Granted, it's one solution, right? But it's not getting you the maximum on your investment. So try something different. Try something different so that you get more out of it. That way, next year when it's your birthday, you get to go to Brazil for 2 weeks. And when you get home, she's fucking...
But you see that, though?
Ready and waiting with peace.
But the way things go for 10 years, that should already happen. Because it ain't... I'll put it like this, honey. There's nothing I can do more.
I disagree.
I don't know why I keep stopping. My bad, y'all. That's on this thing.
Some adjustments to your thinking, and that is where change will occur inside of your thinking. Not with the stuff you're nailing, but just inside of your growth areas. Sounds like you're being a little bit stubborn because you're right. You know?
So should he adjust his all the way, or should...
I didn't say all the way.
Because you're saying adjust his, but you're not saying y'all should adjust it together.
Because
exactly. So it's 100% on him.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
That's not what I'm saying. But she's making the home. She's the one that's making sure.
All right, there's a video. The bitch just saying word salad. The bitch just saying absolutely nothing. The bitch don't like him. So there we go. The bitch don't like him. How about that? I did the video. I put the link in there. The bitch just don't like him. Simple as that. If you got a hard time getting your bitch to do simple shit, she don't like you, bro. The best thing he can do is go fuck other hoes and she'll start doing what he want. I see why fathers had to pick their daughter's husband. These women don't know how to pick husbands at all. No, absolutely. And niggas don't know how to pick women. A lot of these dudes don't know how to pick women. A lot of times we pick the first woman and we at least we learn from picking the first wrong bitch and then we see whatever we don't want in the bitch. But yeah, women can't even pick what they want to eat. DMX, Jay-Z or DMX 98, Jay-Z DMX. The game had a great drop too. Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't on that level. This is a feminist misanders run black. It always has been. It's a granocracy. It's always has been. Black women love Democrats, feminism. Well, yeah. That's why they always trying to shame you, bro. I had a video where I was going to talk about that Backdooria dude. I might just put it on the Patreon. I'm not going to put that on the internet. My high school teacher, who was my football coach, showed me a doc on Sam and Tasso and how cereal is bad for you. Appreciate him to somebody was telling me they put rocket fuel in cereal. I don't know how true that is, let's say allegedly, but yeah, cereal's real bad too. It breaks down into sugar. It breaks down into all sugar. Yeah, cereal's really bad for you. Whether it's a cereal with not high sugar, it breaks down into all sugar. If you want cereal, you want to do oatmeal, cream of wheat, shit that got like potassium and iron in it and shit like that. Cold cereal is super duper bad for you, bro. Yeah, absolutely. High school, I went to Denby, family moved to Georgia. I went to Detroit City High School, Inkster High School. So, right, the first you probably never heard of. It was right behind, right next to Northwestern. So that's it. I'm gonna make sure I got all the comments. It's about to be leg day before the Pistons come on. It's about to be leg day. Hold on, let me see. He said, did you ever talk about Did you ever talk about that video that's been out there with a black woman? Yes, I did. I did it on that Free Game 89 channel. It's somewhere on there, bro. I don't even know where that video at, but I think I did talk about it. Yeah, I talked about it. I mean, don't surprise me none. You've been hearing this shit your whole life, bro. And that's why, I just want to get into it on this platform. They don't know how to make good decisions. No, they don't. I mean, that's why the man is the leader, bro. They don't know how to make good decisions, make a lot of bad decisions. It's like, they don't even understand how money works. They'll sit here and owe, $20,000 on a car and then finance a car for 70 or let's just say $50,000. And then, run that car through the mud and, want another car and they steal $60,000, $50,000 in debt. You know what I'm saying? They do shit like that. Now they got $100,000 in car debt because you didn't want to take care of the car. You know what I'm saying? Dumb shit like that. Pay it off or, pay it down where, where, you can cover that. The trade-in can cover that negative equity. They do shit like they don't really understand. If we get, I ain't never seen Jayo top a fight, so I can't speak on it. So sorry, I ain't really never watched them fight for real. But hey, it's all I got for today. Maybe I might do another stream later. I doubt it. But hopefully I enjoyed it, man. I gave y'all hour and 40 minutes. Appreciate y'all. Stay black. Don't do crack. If you a Hector, stay Hector. If you Brad, stay Brad. Don't you bleach your skin, boy. Don't you bleach your skin. I'm joking, bro. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody that tapped in.